Welcome students. In the previous classes, you learnt about the quadratic equations and functions, how to solve everything. The same concept we are going to extend to graph. That is what quadratic graphs. Okay, first we will recollect what are all quadratic equations, how to solve and everything. Now see this quadratic function. How will you write the quadratic function? Yes, ax squared plus bx plus c. In this equation, x is variable, a, b, c all are what? Constants. But a is not equal to 0. What will happen if a is equal to 0? Of course, you will not get x squared value. You will be having only bx plus c. So that the bx plus c will come under the linear equation. So it is not a quadratic equation, right? Okay. So this is what you learnt in the previous classes. Now, the same quadratic equation, how will you solve? You learnt so many methods to solve the quadratic equations. Can you remember one or two methods? Yes, correct. By using formula and factorization. Very good. So many methods are there, right? How you are going to solve the same quadratic equation using graph? That is what the today's concept. Listen, how you are going to solve using drawing, stretching. So how will you make the graph using that quadratic equation? You can shrink or you can enlarge or you can shift. So by any way you can find the solution for the quadratic equation. How it will be? As I told you before, if you take a, that means the a value is 0, it will be a linear equation. You know very well, always a linear equation graph will be a straight line. But here ax squared term is there. That means it is not a straight line, it should be a curve. What kind of curve it is? See these pictures? The picture will be like U shape, correct? So always the quadratic equation, that means the quadratic graphs will be in U shape. So it's like U shape. You can call it as a parabola. The name of the quadratic equation graph is called parabola. Okay, now see I have drawn 3 graphs. What are all the differences can you find? Can you find it? Yes. See, this is very, very narrow, and when you compare this picture with this, it is little enlarged and this is wider among all those 3 graphs, right? How it is possible? See, this equation is what? Y equal to 4x squared. So what is the coefficient of x squared here? 4. And here y equal to x squared. The coefficient of x squared is what? 1. Here half of x squared. The coefficient of x squared is half. So gradually from 4, 1, half. The coefficient of x squared is gradually decreasing. When you plot y is equal to 4x squared graph on the graph sheet, you will be getting a curve like this. Suppose the coefficient of x squared is changed from 4 to 1, it will be what? Y equal to x squared. When you draw the graph for y is equal to x squared, it will be like this. That means this is narrow, this will be little wider than this graph. Next, y is equal to half of x squared. Now the coefficient of x squared is reduced from 1 to half. If you plot all those points on the graph, that means the parabolic curve will be wider than this graph. So when the coefficient of x squared decreasing, the curve will be wider and wider. That means when the coefficient of x squared is lesser and lesser, the curve will be wider. When it is greater and greater, it will be narrower. This is what the nature of parabolic curve, right? Next, the curve may be open upwards or downwards and vary in width. So there are so many kinds of parabolic curves are there. You will learn in the higher classes. But there is a upward open and downward open. It may be right or left. Then the width may be vary as we discussed in the previous graphs. Okay. And all these graphs depending, of course, the coefficient of x squared, no. As I told you, when the coefficient of x squared increases, the graph will be narrower, decreases, the graph will be what? Wider. So that it depends. That means the nature of this parabolic curve depends upon the value of a. What is a? The coefficient of x squared in the quadratic equation, right? So the coefficient of x squared. And one more thing, what about this parabolic curve? This parabola is symmetric. When you will say it is symmetric, when the two sides, see there is a y-axis and a x-axis, and both sides it has the equal area. When it narrower, when it is wider or narrower, both side it will decrease, both side it will increase. So that it is called symmetric. So the area covered on both along x-axis and y-axis will be what? Same. That's why always a parabolic curve is symmetric. Okay. Now see this picture. There is a curve. You know very well it is what? Parabolic curve. The parabolic curve is touches. That means intersecting this line. That is x-axis. There is a point that is called what? Point of intersection, right? So when the curve and this axis meets, means that point of intersection is called what? Vertex. The line which is possible and which makes the curve into two equal halves is called what? Axis. And how you are going to apply and plot all those, and by using graph, how you are going to find the nature of roots. You all learnt in the previous classes how to find the nature of roots, right? How many kinds of nature of roots? There are 3 kinds. One is real and equal roots. Other one is real and unequal roots. The last one is what? No roots. That is what you are going to find using graph. But in graph, how will you identify the nature of roots? See this. If the graph of the given quadratic equation intersect the x-axis at 2 distinct points, then the given equation has 2 real and unequal roots. See this figure. There is a parabolic curve, x-axis and y-axis. This curve intersects the x-axis at 2 points. But both the points are not same. They are unequal, but it is real root. Next, if the graph of the given quadratic equation touch the x-axis at only one point, then the given equation has only one root, which is real and equal roots. See this picture. There is a curve, parabolic curve, and x-axis, y-axis are there. The curve intersects the x-axis at only one point. It touches x-axis at only one point. So when you compare with previous picture, there are 2 points, that means intersects at 2 points, here only 1 point. So there are only one root, but both are what? Real and equal roots. Next, if the graph of the given equation does not intersect the x-axis at any point, then the given equation has no real roots. Here, x-axis and y-axis are there. See the parabolic curve. This curve does not touch anywhere that x-axis, correct? That means there is no roots. There is no real roots. No roots at all. So this is the third one. So when you see the picture, when you see the parabolic curve itself, easily you can identify whether it has real roots, not real, or equal, unequal. That is what we are going to plot on a graph and learn. Before go to that graph, you have to find the ordered pairs. Usually the pairs will be given to you. You will just directly plot on graph sheet, right? Now in this question, we have to find the ordered pair, then we have to plot and check whether it is equal, real, unequal, or there is no real roots. Okay. Now we'll come to the question. Discuss the nature of solutions of the following quadratic equations. So for 1-1 model, we are going to see so many problems. Listen. The first quadratic equation is what? X squared minus 4x plus 4 equal to 0. The first step is whatever quadratic equation you are getting means that should be taken as y. Y is equal to x squared minus 4x plus 4. Why we are taking like this? Because on graph you have to draw, you have to take both x and y axis. So you need the value for both x and y. If you are changing the values for x, the y value also will change, right? Because y is a depending variable, x is a independent variable. So whenever the x value changes, y value also will be changed. So what you are going to do, you are going to apply so many, substitute so many values for x. So you will be getting different values for y. So all those values are noted like the tabular column. So before you apply, you just draw the tabular column and keep it ready. I have taken the values of x from -3 to +4. Even you can take after that, -5 to +5 also. It depends the question. Unnecessarily don't take more values. Okay. For this question, it is enough. -3 to +4. If I need in between after finishing, suppose I am not getting the curve properly, means I can add more points after that. Okay. So minimum -3 to +3 you need. So x values starts from -3 to +3. -3, -2, gradually you should decrease or increase the values. So -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I am going to apply all those x values in the place of y, and I am going to get the y values. Shall we check now? Good children, good. So when I apply x equal to -3, apply in this equation. -3 whole cube square is what? 9. -4 into 3, 12, +4. That means 25. Did you get it? Yes. Next, apply -2. Check it. -4, +4, -2 whole square will become +4, 8, +4, which is equal to 16. Good. When x equal to -1, this is 1 and 4 +4, which is equal to 9. So usually we will make mistakes when you multiply and add in the form of symbols. So you should be very careful about the signs. So there you will make mistakes. So when you do the calculation, you should be very, very careful. Then after that, once you finish the calculation, it will be very easy to plot. This is not the very big thing. Now listen, when x equal to 0, these two terms will become 0. So balance 4. When x equal to 1, are you applying it? Can you tell me the answer? Good. 1 minus 4 plus 4 is equal to 1, naturally. X equal to 2, 4 minus 8 and 4, which is equal to 0. I think you all are writing it. X equal to 3, 9 minus 12 plus 4, which is equal to 1. Good. X equal to 4, 16 minus 16 plus 4, which is equal to 4. So I have completed all those calculations. You too. Good. So when I get x value, when I apply x value is equal to -3, I have got y value as 25. So simultaneously when you do the calculations, you have to apply, you have to fill all those boxes. So it will be very easy to plot on graph view. When -3, 25, -2, 16, -1, 9, 0, 4, 1, 1, 2, 0. Just check it. 3, 1, 4, 4. Half of the work is over. So I have applied, substituted the values, and I have got y value also. What is the next step? Obviously, you have to plot all those points. Before plotting on the graph, what you should do? Check. The x-axis minimum -3, maximum 4. So on x-axis, I have started -3, -2, -1 up to 4. This is enough for me to complete the graph. And suppose you are taking y-axis, means the maximum value is what? 25. Is there any negative values you have got? No, you didn't get it. So when you draw y line axis, so no need to show the points on negative side of y-axis. Just for namesake, you can just show -2. Okay. Usually we will take 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Why did I take 2, 4, 6? Why it is 2 times I have taken? Just see this. The maximum point is what? 25. If you take 1, 2, 3 up to 25 means the graph will be very bigger and it will be very difficult to draw. It will take more time. So to contract that, what we are going to do? Yes, we are taking each and every unit as 2 units. This is applicable only for this question. It is not same for all the questions. So according to the question by question, the terms, the units what you are going to take is different. So that you should decide whether I am going to take 2 or 5 units or 10 units, like that. Okay, I have taken 2 units, 2, 4, 6 up to 26, because the last, maximum value is what? 25. So that I have taken up to 26. That is enough for you. Next, I am just going to apply this. minus 3 and 25. So, trace out x-axis minus 3 and y-axis 25. It will be here. Next, minus 2 and 16. So, minus 2, 16. Next, minus 1, 9. So, on x-axis minus 1, on y-axis, where is 9? There is no 9. It is not marked. That it is understood. It lie between 8 and 10. So, this is 9. Minus 1, 9. Next, 0 and 4. 0, 4. So, 0, 4 means x is not having any value. Y is having only the value 4. That means that 0, 4 will be marked along y-axis. That's why I marked here. Can you see this? Very good. Next, 1, 1. X-axis 1 and y-axis also what? 1. Next, 2, 0. So, 2, 0 means, see, x is having the value 2, but y is not having the value 0. That means the value, the particular point should be marked along x-axis. Very good, very good. So, on x-axis, it is 2, 0. Next, 3, 1. So, x-axis 3, y-axis 1, 3, 1. Then, 4, 4. So, 4 and 4. I have marked all those points. Right? Now, what is my duty? I have to join and see whether it is enough or not. So, I have joined using a red marker. See, can you see this curve? What curve it is? Yes, correct, parabolic curve. It is not a straight line. Why it is parabolic curve? Because the equation is what? Quadratic equation. That's why it is parabolic curve. Okay. Is this enough for you? You want to apply more points? It is enough. Why? Because the curve is like a curve, exact curve, and it touches, it intersects at some point on x-axis. So, it is enough. Okay. Right. As we discussed earlier, from these plotted points, from this graph, what is the nature of roots? See, this curve touches the x-axis at only one point, correct? At only one point means how many solutions it has? Correct? It has only one solution. So, what kind of nature it is? Real and equal. Usually, quadratic equation will be having two solutions, two roots. But in this, it is showing only one root. That means both roots are what? 2 and 2. And those roots are equal. And the two real. Not on negative side, not on imaginary. So, that is real. So, we can easily find what kind of nature of roots. That means real and equal. So, this is the way you have to find the nature of roots using graph. Now, the second question. See this question. X squared plus x plus 7 equal to 0. As we discussed in the previous question, we have to take y is equal to x squared plus x plus 7. So, what we have to do next? We have to substitute some values for x. Then only you will be getting the answer for y. Okay. So, as we discussed in the previous sum, I have taken from minus 3 to 4. If we need more points after plotting that curve, we can add it, right? Okay. So, I have started from 3, minus 2, minus 1, 2, plus 4. Okay. First, you have to apply in the place of x equal to minus 3. If I apply x equal to minus 3, what will be the answer? Apply here and check. Minus 3 whole squared is what? 9. Very good. Next, in the place of x, you have to apply minus 3. So, minus 3 plus 7. 9 minus 3 is nothing but what? 6. 6 plus 7, which is equal to 13. So, immediately you have to post these values in the empty boxes so that there will not be any confusion when you plot the graph. Okay. When x equal to minus 3, what value for y? 13. Now, the next one. When x equal to minus 2, then what is a value of y? Apply that value of x here. The y become minus 2 whole squared is plus 4. This is what? Minus 2 plus 7. 4 minus 2 is nothing but what? 2. 2 plus 7 is 9. So, when x equal to minus 2, y is nothing but 9. So, two values are finished. Now, the next value, x equal to minus 1. So, y will become minus 1 whole squared is 1 and here plus x, that means the x value is what? Minus 1 plus 7. So, this 1 and minus 1 will become cancelled. So that only 7 you will be having. So you have to write 7. So when x equal to minus 1, the value of y is plus 7. Next, x equal to 0. Apply in the place of 0. You all know 0 squared is nothing but 0. So that this is also 0. The first two terms will become as 0. So that you will be getting only 7. So when x equal to 0, y value is also 7. Next, x equal to 1. Apply 1. Yes. If you apply x equal to 1, 1 squared is nothing but 1. Again, this is nothing but plus 1 as usual 7. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 7 is nothing but 9. So that x value is 1. When you apply 1, you are getting 9. Good. Next, x equal to 2. Apply here. Good. I think you all are doing it. Check it. 2 squared is what? 4. And this x is plus 2 plus 7. So 4 plus 2 what? 6. 6 plus 7 is 13. So when you apply x value to y is nothing but 13. Then x equal to 3. Y is equal to, as usual, 3 squared 9. This is plus 3. So 9 plus 3 is nothing but 12. Then add 7. It will be 19. Understood? Now the last value. Before that you have to post the value for y. When x equal to 3, y is equal to 19. The last value is 4. So when you apply 4, y value is 4 squared. That means 16 plus 4. So that 20, and add 7 with this, what you will get? 27. Now half of the question is over and you have to post it. This is what? 27. And after finishing all those empty boxes, you have to check whether you have written the same number what you have got here, there you posted or not. Okay. When x equal to minus 3, 13, minus 2, 9, minus 1, 7. So for each and every question you have to check like that. So 0, 7, 1 and 9, 2, 13, 3, 19, 4, 27. I just leave this box because if we need more to plot, then we will apply that. Till that, let it be empty. Now, you know how to draw the x-axis and y-axis. And how to draw what I said in the previous question? Good. You have to check the y values and x values. There is no problem at all in x values because it is just minus 3 to plus 4. So, on x-axis, you can take only 1 centimeter as 1 unit. So that it is very easy. You can just mark like that. Each and every centimeter is 1 unit. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So immediately you have to write what is the scale value for this. So x-axis is same as 1 centimeter is nothing but 1 unit. So that immediately you should write here so that you will not forget. So y-axis 1 centimeter equal to 2 units. So that we are changing it as 2 units. It is not 1 unit. Can you see the difference between x-axis and y units, children? Listen. Y-axis. Is there any negative values, children? No. So you are not supposed to take negative value. For name's sake, you can just write only one negative value. Okay, we'll see after that. First, we'll come to the y-axis positive side. And see that positive values. What is the maximum value in that? Yes, correct. 27. What is the minimum value? Yes, of course, 7. So, if you take 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 unit as 1 centimeter, definitely it will be a very long, and even the parabolic curve also will be very difficult to draw. So, what should I take? Yes, very good. Like previous sum, you have to take 1 unit as 2 units. If you take positive side 2 units, negative side also should be what? 2 units. So just I am going to take, you also have to take like that. 2, 4, 6, 8. It's like a skip counting. 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. But up to 27 I need. So I have to write few more numbers. 22, 24. Okay, right, you can extend this. This is nothing but what? 26. After that 27 will be there. Let it be. Okay. Now here minus 2, minus 4. So when you draw on the graph sheet, it will be very proper. Now listen. Now what is my duty? What is the last step? I have to plot all those points. When x-axis is minus 3, y is 13. So take x-axis, which is negative side. You all know very well. This is what? Minus 3. And y-axis is what? 13. So where the 13? 13 is not visible here. That means it is understood. It lies between 12 and 14. Is it so? Very good. So in between the 13 will be there. So when x-axis minus 3, just trace it. It is 13. So minus 3 to 13 means it will be here. Good. You have to write what point it is. The next one, minus 2 and 9. So when x-axis minus 2, y is what? 9. So where it will be? Between 8 and 10. So this is what? 9. So minus 2 to 9. It will be here. Minus 2 to 9. Next, minus 1 and 7. So take minus 1 here. Where it will be? 7 will be here. So minus 1. Trace both x-axis and y-axis. Minus 1 and plus 7. It will be here. So this is minus 1 and 7. And the last one is what? 0, 7. As usual, there is no value for x, no. Only it has y value. That means the 7 should be plotted along with y-axis only. So where is that 7? It will be here. So on y-axis itself, it will be there. That means 0, 7. The next one is what? 1, 9. See, both the values are what? Positive. That means it lies on first quadrant. 1, 9. So x-axis 1 and y-axis is 9. So here 1, 9. Okay, next 2, 13. What is 2? Where is 2? On x-axis here. 13 is here. Already we marked, right? So 2, 13. It will be here. The next one, 3, 19. So where is 3? Here. 19 will be, lies between 18 and 20. So that 3 and 19. 3, 19. I think this is enough. Anyhow, we have more points. One more point. It is no need, right? Because if you join all those, definitely it is what? It will make a parabolic curve. So what curve it is? Parabolic curve. Remember, I am just going to join these two. First, start from minus 3, 13 to minus 2, 9. Next, minus 2, 9 to minus 1, 7. Then it will just come like this. It will come to 0, 7. And from here to 1, 9 and 1, 9 to 2, 13. So 2, 13, from 2, 13 to at last 3, 19. Okay. So anyhow, it looks like a parabolic curve. That's why we stopped plotting this 4, 21. If you need, you can plot it. Otherwise, sometimes in some questions, the numbers which you are plotting will not be enough. That time you can add. Like you are adding the numbers, you can delete if it is more. Okay. So I did not mark this 4 and 27. What kind of parabola it is? I know this is a curve. It's a parabolic curve. Why it is parabolic? Because the given equation is what? Quadratic equation. That's why it is what? Parabolic curve. Okay. Now final answer is what? What is the solution we have to find? What kind of curve it is? Is this curve, parabolic curve, touches or intersects the x-axis anywhere, children? No, it does not touch. That means there are no roots. So it has no roots. So the quadratic equation is not having roots means the parabolic curve will not touch, will not intersect anywhere the x-axis. Can you understand? Okay, we'll see some more questions. So we have done 2 sums into the concept quadratic graphs, right? So what did you understand? Shall we recollect it? Good. So what did you understand from these graphs? Why we have to draw the graph? How to draw the graph? So we'll start from the beginning. Quadratic equations, we have to find the nature of roots? First we have to substitute the values of x, then we have to find the values of y. Both values should be, yes, marked in a tabular column. Then after that we should consider that values as ordered pair, right? And you have to plot on the graph sheet. That should be what? Like parabolic curve. Parabolic, as I said, parabolic curve is what? Open upwards or sometimes downwards. Okay, right. So, and we have to check before we plot the graph. What we have to do? We have to check either x-axis negative side or positive side, which is more, and on y-axis positive or negative, which is more. According to that, we have to plot the graph. That is all you learned, right? So, how we have to find that nature of roots? When the curve touches the x-axis at 2 points, what is that? What is the nature of root? Yes, it is real but unequal. Suppose the curve touches the x-axis, what is that? At only 1 point. That means it has root, but it is what? Real and equal. Suppose the curve does not touch x-axis, no roots. Okay, shall we see the diagram? So, when you see the graph, you will identify. Shall we check once? Okay, come children, we will check. Like match the following. Okay, it's very easy and enjoying. Right. Now listen, some graphs I have drawn. And number of points intersection with x-axis 2, 0, 1. And nature of solution. According to this graph, you have to match it. Are you ready? Okay. Now see this graph. This is what the parabolic curve. Is this curve touches the x-axis or not? Yes, yes, correct. It does not touch. It is not at all touching, intersecting anywhere. That means how many points will be there on x-axis? It has any roots? Does it have? No, it does not have any roots. That means number of points intersection with x-axis is nothing. So, I have to mark this diagram with 0. If there is no point intersection with x-axis means what kind of roots it is? No roots. Very good. So, this should be joined here. Are you clear? I think you identified well. Okay, come to the next picture. See this picture. There is a parabolic curve. The parabolic curve touches x-axis somewhere, but at only 1 point. Correct? That means it will be matched with the number of points intersection with x-axis is 1. Did you mark it? Right. Okay. If it touches at 1 point means how many roots? What is the nature of solution? Real and equal. That means both the roots will be what? Same. So, real and equal. Where it is? It is there up. Very good children. Well done. Well done. Next, the last graph. See this parabolic curve. It touches the x-axis. But at 2 points, no. So, there are 2 points. Is it equal? When you see the figure itself, you can understand from origin to x is different. Right hand side is different from left hand side. There is more distance and this is very small distance. So, it is not equal. So, how many points? It is intersecting with x-axis as 2, right? So, this will be matched with 2. Naturally, there are real roots but it is unequal. It is just to recollect and check what it is. Okay, I think you learnt very well. We will practice some more questions in the next class. Thank you, children.